Let's talk about Bitcoin. What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back for another video. My name is Patrick, bringing you daily Bitcoin and crypto market updates. And if you're new to my channel, please make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell if you appreciate this content. And of course, guys, smash up the like button. Let me know down in the comments below what else you would like to see here on my channel. Today I want to go through exactly what I was talking about yesterday. You can see it already in the title. We're threatening to lose the trend. But nonetheless, we're exactly in the area that I already marked here back last week before the weekend. Let me just go down to that. I retweeted it this morning, and here you can see it. We ended up exactly in this target area that I already spoke about here in this tweet from July 29th. And now we got to see, do we hold here? Is this the key area that we can bounce from now and then retest the ascending channel here on the 4-hourly chart? That's what we want to intend here to do as bulls. So the line in the sand here, I spoke about it yesterday and in my previous videos. I've been tweeting about it. So guys, make sure not to follow me over here only on YouTube, but also over on Twitter, where you get the fastest, most constant Bitcoin updates from me. You can see here, Pat does crypto as well. And as always, gotta mention it, my pinned tweet, where I predicted the exact bottom of 17,500 3 weeks before, back in May. Now let's dive into the content and see what's going on. Here we can see the area that I was talking about from the Fibonacci retracement that is coming here from the current uptrend. We landed right on the 50 now and found a bounce there. So this is the ideal scenario that I spoke about yesterday. We want to find a bounce between the 38.2 and the 50, and then the line in the sand is the 61.8. And from here, we want to confirm another bounce and another attempt to break this ascending channel. Of course, this ascending channel, if we zoom out, you can see takes the shape of a massive bear flag here. Of course, a bearish pattern that we broke down from before in this range here that we've been in from May until mid-June. So we want to avoid doing that and break through the upside here, confirm the breakout then. And now let's see what the exact levels are that we need to break above here, and then we confirm it on the daily chart later on to see if that aligns there. So right now we bounced here, you can see it, or we're trying to bounce here. And if I draw it up quickly here, you can see that we're actually in a falling wedge pattern here. So you can see that we've been forming this falling wedge pattern here since right around July 30th. So since the weekend. And now what we want to do here is get a nice bounce from the alignment, not only of the support of this falling wedge in line here with, of course, the 50 on the Fibonacci retracement and this key previous resistance and support level from the range highs that we struggled to break above for about a month and a half. So this is a very strong support area here. If we fall below, of course, then we have the line in the sand here, the 61.8, where I told you guys yesterday, 22,200. That is where we want to bounce, the worst case scenario here for the bulls now. And anything below that is probably taking us back down here to the bottom of the channel to right around 20K. Now guys, so this is what we want to do here now. Get back above this range here, confirm a breakout here basically, not only of the resistance from the wedge, but here above the previous range highs here, and that's right around 23,400. That would be a nice confirmation that we're going for another attempt at the top here of the channel. We're looking for a 4-hourly closing here, but if we switch over for the hourly chart, if you want to enter a trade, for example, it's always good to go down into the smaller time frames here, the significant smaller time frames, such as the hourly chart, and look where the confirmation lays there. And there we want to get above the previous high here, also in line with the breakout of the falling wedge here, and that lays right around 23,300, let's say, just below. So that would break us above the 38.2 again, above the previous high, and above the resistance from the falling wedge on an hourly closing basis here, indication that we go potentially back up to the ascending channel. If that is the case, I will post my trade, my next public trade. You know, I'm 3 for 4 at the moment. The first trade, of course, from the entry to the exit, Bitcoin rallied 19%, the second one 16%, the third one we lost a little bit, right around 7%, and then now in the last one we made another 8 or 9%. So here this would be another rally right around 9%, a nice potential trade opportunity coming here. And then of course also to the downside, if we fall below here this extreme support area, then we have another short opportunity. I'll keep you updated, so make sure to follow me over on Twitter. Now let's move over to the daily chart and see where we find the alignment there with what I just said. This is still the exact same chart that I also posted, I think before the weekend here, where I told you guys this is the current trend line where we're forming higher lows. Let me mark them again for you. Here you can see we put in a low and then we started forming this higher low here. And now we're looking to do the same again, hence the green circle here and the line indicating, or the path indicating, that that's what we want to do here. So get a bounce here right around this key level of 22,600. You can see here it's also been marking the neckline and the previous range highs here, therefore extremely strong support. So right around 22,600 to 22,200, our worst case scenario that we saw in the form of the 61.8 on the Fibonacci retracement on the previous 4-hourly chart. There we want to find a bounce here right in this area that I already marked, and then have another attempt here. Get back to the top of this ascending channel and break above the key level of 25k here, coming from the previous wick down in May, and then potentially move up here to the previous range of 28k to 32k, where, as you know guys, 32k is a key level to confirm a trend reversal on larger time frames. Yeah, that's basically it here. Anything to the downside, if we lose this trend line here, of course, then we're looking back to the bottom of the channel, continue here in this channel, and there we have the bounce here right around 20,000. If we don't hold that, then the key line, the line in the sand here for our range to protect us from going lower, is right around 18,950 on a daily closing basis. But we're still focused here. As I told you guys days ago already, this was going to happen, most likely scenario, after such a strong performance from traditional markets as well. Now there's a lot of fear in the markets with all the numbers coming out from the US, earning reports and so on, and the entire situation between China and Taiwan. We got to see how everything plays out. Hopefully we get some relief there. If we're getting good news from the US stock markets and traditional markets this week, then we can expect to hopefully finally break out here and test the previous range right around 28,500, like I just said. So let's move over to the weekly chart. There we can also see the strong support that we're currently getting here. We're actually sitting right below it now. You can see already what I'm talking about here. The 200-week SMA, of course, a moving average that I spoke about in the last few days, weeks and months, where I told you guys, first of all, that it was my target area for Bitcoin to go down to when we were still right around 40k when I started posting here on YouTube, and of course on other platforms. I've been talking about it since the beginning of the year, that that's my likely bottom for Bitcoin, my likely bottom territory for Bitcoin. And of course then in May I told you guys 17,500, the 78.6 on the major Fibonacci retracement coming all the way from March 2020 till November 2021. There was the 78.6 located right below the 50-month SMA and the 200-week SMA, therefore an extremely logical bottom target for Bitcoin. So far so good, everything played out as predicted. But now one thing we need to do that I talked about in the previous days, if you haven't seen my previous videos, especially the one 2 days ago where we got the monthly close and the weekly close simultaneously, where I told you guys we're looking to close back above here, above the 200-week SMA, which we then did. I told you guys we need to follow this up with another bullish candle to confirm the breakout here and start confirming support back above the 200-week SMA. Now we're sitting just below it here. You can see the current price of the 200-week SMA is right around 22,879 or 22,900 more or less, and we're just sitting below it here at 22,800 currently. So still a few days left here, of course, 5-6 days left in the weekly chart here for the weekly candle to close. So I'm going to keep my eye on that, of course, for you guys. I'll post everything over my Twitter. There's where you once again get the fastest Bitcoin updates from me, so make sure to follow over there. So guys, as promised, this week I'll be bringing you some really interesting data about the potential begin and initiation of the next bull run that could take us to new all-time highs. So let's go over here now. And there's another chart that I prepared for you where we find perfect alignment with what we saw yesterday. Yesterday, of course, I spoke about the trends, every time we broke them, how long we spend time by the bottom. Just make sure to check out the video. You can see it right up here. Now let's check out what's going on in this chart. So you can see here down the writing in the bottom already, 85% was the average price drop from all-time highs to bottoms. Here you can see we would have to go lower to accomplish that, but as we know, this is a maturing asset, Bitcoin is, and therefore we can expect that the price swings will reduce over the time. We will not see these massive price swings forever, of course, and therefore now we gotta focus on what is more interesting here and what lines up perfectly with what I said yesterday. That we can expect the initiation of the next rally that will take us to new all-time highs right around December this year. And here what you can see now is that also the average duration from cycle top to cycle bottom, which then of course logically also marked the beginning of a new uptrend for Bitcoin that took us to new all-time highs, took around 385 days, so just over a year. And what we can see here now is that would take us exactly to December this year as well. So the data of the trends, the historic trends, and the data of the historic duration from top to bottom lines up perfectly for a start of a new bull run for Bitcoin in December 2022 this year. Right guys, and that was basically it. You've seen it on the smaller time frames, the key levels that we need to focus on right around 23,300 to the upside on an hourly closing basis, and on a 4-hourly closing basis would basically confirm further upside to right around 25k, and that's where it gets interesting then. And then on the daily chart, of course, we want to hold, as well as on the 4-hourly chart, the level right around 22,200 as the line in the sand to print another higher low there and continue in the trend. And of course, I'll keep you updated on everything. Thanks for watching. Make sure to smash up the like button. It really helps me out a lot, and let me know down in the comments below what else you would like to see on my channel. And of course, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell to get notified whenever I update the Bitcoin price, no matter where the market is going, up, down, or sideways. And now guys, as always, for you, happy trading and see you very soon.